Golden State Warriors fans, where you at? Yes, Dub Nation, calling all members of Dub Nation. This is an urgent message, not really urgent, but we have to give Moses Moody his flowers. Yes, this video is just to give Moses Moody his props and his flowers because he has been at age, like what was he drafted at, like 19? He has been the consummate professional. The epitome of a teammate for the Golden State Warriors. And yeah, I'm going to give a couple reasons why. Let's not just give the flowers by just throwing a bunch of superlatives at him, right? Let's say why. Okay. Since Moses Moody has been drafted, he has rarely had any type of misstep. Coaches and players rave about how good of a teammate he is. You should Google this if you feel like it. Okay, Andre Iguodala, I believe, said that Moses Moody was like the best teammate that he's ever had, pretty much. One of the best. That means something. It means something because when it hits the fan, in times of turmoil and whatnot, when the going gets tough, you want to hearken on your continuity as a team. You want to know that you can trust that person next to you. Moses Moody has proven time and time again that he has earned that trust of the players, of the fan base, and of the coaches. He is always ready. He has always stayed ready. And that is something that it is a testament to his work ethic and attitude, which has been nothing but positive throughout his whole entire Warriors tenure. Moses Moody puts in effort at the defensive end. He makes the hustle plays. Do you remember last season when Moses Moody had that amazing follow-up dunk? I don't necessarily remember that exact time, but I'm sure he had one. Seriously, I know that sounds weird. I bet that you can remember. Somebody in Dub Nation can remember that Moses Moody follow-up dunk that might not even be real, but I think it's real because of this. Listen to this. Moses Moody puts in the extra effort. So saying that he had a follow-up dunk, yeah, I'm sure he did because he puts in the extra effort. That's like an extra effort type play, right? Moses Moody takes charges. Moses Moody makes the extra pass. And Moses Moody digs in at the defensive side. Quick question. The Warriors play-in game, the play-in tournament, they had a game that the Warriors lost last season. It was against the Sacramento Kings. You win a couple games in the play-in, you make it to the playoffs. So this is like maybe almost more important than it's not more important than a playoff game, but the stakes are higher because it's only one game, right? Go look at the box score. Please, I implore you, go look at the box score of that game. Like one player showed up. One player showed up in the play-in when it counts. So when people are like, I don't know if Moses Moody can do it when it counts, it's like, got it. Watch last season in the play-in game where it counts. Moses Moody comes through time and time again. Look, it's almost, this video is to give Moses Moody his flight. It's to give him his props, but there is frustration in seeing someone who does everything right. I believe that Moses Moody had like 16 points in that play-in game. It's a good clip. And I think that he was one of the only plus players when they got thrashed in the plus and minus. And it wasn't just in garbage time. He played valuable minutes. Okay. That defensive effort, it counts. That effort counts. And we have to understand that under the spotlight, in the big games, we need to look at the players who step up and the players who sort of shy away from that spotlight. And here's an example. I talked in the pregame, I gave like a pregame speech for that play-in game where Moses Moody was amazing. And I said to Jonathan Kuminga, Jonathan Kuminga, I give you, my dad, my father worked at San Francisco General ER. He's a trauma nurse, okay? Like I know CPR. Look, go and destroy and take as many bodies as possible. I will sort them out later with my father, okay? But Kuminga, go and destroy. Go and look back at that game. Kuminga did not destroy. I do not understand why people are saying that when it counts, Moses Moody stepped up and Jonathan Kuminga didn't. And now, you can watch the game. And now, fast forward to now, a couple months later, people are like, no, when it counts, I want Jonathan Kuminga out there, not Moses Moody. Because it was the opposite, because the opposite person thrived when put in that actual scenario. Anyways, I digress. Hey, let's keep on going with the Moses Moody positivity. Moses Moody is an amazing three-point shooter. Right? He's not amazing. He's a good three-point shooter. Potential to be great. But here's the thing. Moses Moody is consistent. If you look at his statistics, he shot in the 36% range, 3-point from beyond the arc for his career. I love that consistency. Whether it is a great number, it's not super high, right? 36%. I would love a plus 40%. 40% plus are where the really good to great 3-point shooters are at. Love to see Moses Moody get up there. But, however, at least it's not some crazy dip and dive type of thing. And I hate to just bring Kuminga up, but Jonathan Kuminga, I believe his rookie season, he shot above 37% from beyond the arc. You look to last season, he's in the low 30s, maybe 30%, 32%, something so incredibly low that you can't trust him to take outside shots, right? But he's the guy that said that he wanted to play the three in Kuminga. Anyways, am I getting somewhere? Am I getting at some things here when I talk about fit construction of a dynamic basketball team? I talk about the traits that you have, how you would fit within a certain scheme. I think that we're finding a trend. Some of these players look like they can really fit with the Warriors scheme. You can envision it. You can use your imagination. I can use my imagination and see Moses Moody hitting 5 corner threes in a game. Easily. Okay? There are some players on the Warriors that I believe we have false expectations of him. So, you know what? We'll save that for a later video, honestly. Move on, though. I love that Moses Moody, though, is a consistent shooter. 36% isn't the best. 78% from free throw line isn't the best, but it's consistent. You know what you're getting with Moses Moody. That's a sign of a true professional, honestly, a consummate professional. Moses Moody averages 0.5 turnovers a game. I think that this is probably the biggest thing. Although I think that people criticize Moses Moody's dribbling ability, his ability to create his own shot, I don't necessarily see that. I believe that Moses Moody can create his own shot. I just don't necessarily think he can create it for others and that he's an off the dribble type of player. That's fine. That's wonderful. Who cares? I love that when Moses Moody does have the ball, he turns it over per game, y'all. Per game, 0.5 turnovers. Okay, so it's it's just as close to 0 as it is to 1. That's exactly what we want. I've mentioned a player. Golden State Warriors fans. He's on the Warriors. He's a good shooter. He gives effort on defense. So it's tough. And when the criticism is that he can't create his own shot, last season. How about not last season? Last Saturday night, a few days ago, right? Moses Moody was creating his own shot. He had and I'll tell you a couple moves that he does. He's got a really nice jab. So he's in 3-point stance with the ball. He's got a jab, step, dribble, takes one dribble, sweeps back, step back jumper, mid-range. That's a move that he repeats against high-level competition for good results. So I think, honestly, that the biggest question, and this is the biggest criticism of Moses Moody, and this is the hilarious thing. We have to listen to this. One of my biggest criticisms of Moses Moody is that the Warriors haven't found a way to utilize him more. Yeah, that's right. I said that. My biggest gripe with Moses Moody are the Warriors. I think that Moses Moody's biggest problem is Mike Dunleavy Jr. and then Steve Kerr, and also just the misappropriation of talent and misunderstanding about how to utilize them to comprise of a team that's successful, right? So when my biggest criticism of Mr. Moses Moody is of the Warriors, actually, we are talking about a player that we, in this preseason, bar none, at least, bottom line, we need to see tons of Moses Moody, a lot of Moses Moody. And also, we have to see how Moses Moody operates not only from the two-guard position, from the shooting guard position with Steph, but also how he operates from the three, from the small forward position. Moses Moody has the length. Does he have the strength to keep up and the size to keep up with some of these bigger wings? When we find that out, and I think that I know the answer. The answer to me is that I don't necessarily care that much because of the effort that he puts in. But I think that coaching staff and everybody, that they need to rationalize the decision, of course. Their jobs are on the line, right? I mean, this is like their team. They need to rationalize the decision with good data and strong points, right? Well, Moses Moody needs to be on the floor and get a few minutes, just a few looks with Steph to collect that. I don't think so. So again, I don't think so. I'm sold. I think that the Warriors aren't sold and that they need to see this. So I've seen. So nothing but props for Mr. Moses Moody. Seriously, he's been nothing but amazing since he's entered the league. Props to Moses Moody. I hope and I believe that he will have a productive and dynamic future with the Golden State Warriors. But nevertheless, beyond that, I think that Moses Moody will have an amazing career in the NBA as a solid, if not good, if not great basketball player. What do you think? Who would you rather see at the, if you had a, we won't do anything. I'm not going to give the fans false dichotomies or anything like that below. If you had this versus Kuminga, if you had a Leviathan versus Godzilla, okay, no, we're not going to do that. Comment below, though, what you are most excited about seeing in these few preseason games that we have left. And of course, like, subscribe. Thank you for tuning in to C Train Station. Till the next time, have a good one.